So I'm notably not on camera. And the reason is I am quite ill.
How dare you not be on camera? The rest of us put in all this energy and effort.
Not like extremely ill. Just I'm pooping. Okay. And that means I may need to run away at random moments. So if I'm suddenly silent, that's why. Okay. You can all imagine what I'm doing. I mean, don't imagine it, but like you can understand is what I mean. Don't. Anyway, that's me done. I'm going to hand over to Bree with that.
Okay, harrowing poo experiences aside. Hello, and welcome to Blades in the Dark.
Hello.
Hello.
We're playing a gang of rogues who are all rolling sneak attack damage at their problems. They're worshipping an orb, which may or may not be the sun. And you will. Yep. Let's just quickly tell you what. Let's just have everyone. It's been a while, so let's everyone just give us a quick recap of their characters. We'll start with. I'll go clockwise from what I can see on Discord, so we'll start with Nick.
I'm a cracker. Okay, my name is Spectre. I am lurk. I stick to shadow. I sneak into dark places and find people who need stabbing and administer said stabbing. I'm very good at what I do. I'm very diligent. I am a professional, and I will stop at nothing once I have taken a job to see it through to completion. I am with these people because there was issue with prior job. Old person double-crossed us, turned out to be immortal. It was a whole thing. And, well, they are useful, you understand? I do not necessarily like them, but they are useful.
Wait, I have an important question. That cracker you're eating, Spectre, is it a saltine?
It is actually even blander than that. It is a cream cracker. This bland. It is lacking entirely in flavor.
What about texture?
There's a little too much texture. I would prefer it if it would just sit there in a pool of water until it is mush.
Okay. And speaking of virus, who are you playing today?
Bark. Next.
Hey.
No, I'm kidding. Okay. I'm Bark. I'm the bodyguard of these people. I wouldn't call them friends or acquaintances. People. I'm their bodyguard. I make sure nothing is able to hurt them without having to get through me first.
Okay. And up next, Ben.
I'm Cray. I've not been with this crew for a long time, but it's been a good time. I'm a cutter, but I don't do that much cutting really. I cut with my music. You see, I'm a violinist. I carry my violin around and play tunes for people. Sometimes ghosts, and just make myself useful. Don't get on my wrong side.
Sound guy most of the time.
Oh, Bree.
Would you say Cray's life is better when we're not around?
That applies to everyone, doesn't it?
Knowless.
I'm a Frostbite or just Frost. I have a hammer. My old job involved hitting things that weren't moving with the hammer. My current job involves moving things with the hammer, and especially hitting spooky things with the hammer. It folds up into a vague rectangle on my back, all sneaky like, so we don't have to ask, how are you carrying a giant hammer everywhere and nobody's noticing?
Excellent. We've gone from spooky noises at a distance to spooky noises up close.
I just realized, looking at the Discord layout, that all the cutters are stuffed on the left side.
Yeah, where they belong. Basic fighter mains, honestly. Sitting over here in Rogue's corner with the GM.
I'm literally dressed as a tiefling rogue in my avatar, so I can't dispute that.
Yeah.
Hey, anyways, I believe some people had some outstanding downtime to get through.
I could swear we didn't. Oh no, Cray.
Yeah, it was just me. I think because Cray was the only person that didn't play in the last session out of this lot.
Yep.
So
you were in the session before that, weren't you?
Yeah, I think so. It feels like a long time ago.
Oh yeah, I hereby award you one downtime then. What would you like to do with it?
Yeah, so I already rolled it. I indulged my vice and cleared a couple of stresses.
Oh, lovely. You didn't overindulge, did you?
No, still got a couple of stress left. But
Okay.
yeah, I feel like Cray thrives on having a little bit of stress. You know.
Yeah. I mean,
not too relaxed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sort of plug another system. Well, not in a different system, but I like how Girl by Moonlight does it. Basically, instead of rolling to get rid of any stress you might have, it resets stress, and then you roll to determine how much stress you start with.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's besides the point. I guess we're ready to begin. It's been a while since your last score, which remind me, what was that?
We were stealing documents from the codes for Marvin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yep. Marvin came out saying they've gone from they them to she they. A firearm was involved. Mysteries were revealed, and oh yeah, I believe Bark's box remained smashed.
Dude.
Anyways,
sorry, that just came out. Yeah, I'm working on it. I've got a clock for fixing it, but I'm working on it.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Spectre is trying to fix that box before he returns it, because he is a professional and acts as such. But speaking of professionalism, you're all in a tavern. And just across from the table, there's a couple of familiar faces.
How familiar?
Wow. You'll recognise one in particular, Bark. One Norrin Booker, student at the university, of course, ruled with an iron fist by your mother, who you've spoken to before, because she was would have almost became a member of Lady Clave's crew before you infiltrated. With her is Clave Barber, the barber.
Named after Lady Clave?
No, it was just a coincidence. And with them is a third person you sort of vaguely know of, but have never spoken to in your life, who's just the fourth member of their barbershop quartet, but they're very clearly missing their third, Hicks.
I'll be honest, for a moment, I didn't recognize them without the traffic cone on their head.
Yep. But what you might recognise is that they're all dressed up for in their sort of barbershop quartet outfits, you know, with the bow tie and the straw hat and the blazers.
You know,
but they don't
I hate music. I hate music, but what I hate more is music done badly. In a way, I'm glad they are not singing.
Cray looks at his feet sadly.
You can't just say that with Cray here.
I just did.
I thought you liked more tunes.
Have I ever said that?
You never not said it. Until now.
Okay, so as you say this, Bark, Norrin immediately hears your voice and looks up. And shouts, oh, hey, Bark.
Hi, Norrin. Where's your fourth? Or I suppose your third.
Oh, yeah.
I have you numbered in my head, and it's number 3 who's missing.
Yeah, it's okay. Everyone calls him number 3 for some. Sorry. Yep. Well, he them. Yep. Calls him number 3. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. We finished rehearsal yesterday, and he said something about having something to do, but they'd be here to perform tonight. But we're missing a member, so we can't be a quartet. So we're just having to buy drinks ourselves, like cavemen, instead of having them on the house.
Oh no, you have to pay for drinks. I feel so bad for you. Bark takes a swig of her drink.
Bark? I'm
literally a
student. Yeah, don't worry, I got that bit.
Would be funny though.
What does being a student have to do with it?
Yeah, well, I can't really work like a full-time job because I'm studying and, you know, I mean, I'm a scholarship student, so I've got to keep up with my studies. I mean, there's a reason I nearly went on that ship. I don't know if you heard, but apparently Lady Clave's ship sunk with almost every soul on board.
No,
weren't you going to go on it?
Oh no, I had to cancel last moment. It was apparently there was it was bad. Like they had an extra spot open, but they couldn't fill it. It's such a shame. That's going without me.
Well, I guess that's why the rest of your crew's missing. What happened to that Alias guy? He seemed very awfully flustered over that coffee he spilt over himself.
Alias is he's off flirting with better people. Let's just say that.
Huh.
This implies Alias is going to heaven, which I very much doubt he is.
He's going to hell, which is his heaven.
Bold of you to assume any of them got to go to an afterlife.
All the hot people go to hell, so...
And we know that there is an afterlife. We spoke to Alias on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't mean he went to heaven or hell. Just means he's a ghost.
I mean, the ghost is being a ghost is an afterlife.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's banging 50% of the ghosts, and Agatha's banging the other 50%.
Cray
Well,
needs to
only
go
1%
over to
margin
Frost
of error
and
here.
say, who's Alias?
Oh shit! You weren't there with Alias, were you? Oh shit!
And didn't you say we weren't on the boat?
We weren't on the boat. At least I wasn't.
Excuse me there. Did I hear you say that you're short a member of your barbershop quartet?
Yeah.
Don't encourage them, Cray. They'll only start playing.
I mean, I'm not the sharpest of singers, but I am a musical fella. So, if you need a fourth, I could perhaps lend you my skills.
Oh, you do that? We can get you in on the free drinks.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Are you taking payment for this, or are you just getting some freebies? What's your deal?
Well, free drinks and tips.
Tips, right? Yeah, all right. Why not? We ain't got much else to do tonight, do we? Gang?
Nope. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I came here specifically for the music. I know it. I know Spectre hates it, which is why I come here.
Okay.
I knew I liked you, Bark.
So, Cray, what would you like to roll for this then, please?
It sounds like a consort, I guess.
Yeah, consort sounds good for a performance. Do you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
A nice, chill, relaxing thing going on. I'm sure nothing could go possibly wrong here.
Make it a desperate roll. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that'll be risky standard then, please. Roll away.
Do it. Oh dear.
Ah, well.
Sorry, I need to. Maybe I need to warm up my voice a bit. Maybe get some of those free drinks over, and then I'll be a bit better.
We have just learned that
Okay.
although Cray plays beautiful violin, Cray cannot sing for it at all.
Yeah. Okay, so you start trying to harmonise with the band. 5 seconds later, you're dodging beer bottles.
Look, you guys you're all out of pitch. Just all right, maybe we take 5, okay?
You
It is
take a beer bottle
unfortunate.
to the face. Please mark down level 1 harm. Bottle to the face.
The only song they know how to play is Rawhide.
Oh no. Like the Stephen King novel.
Yes.
Pity we don't have a leech. Somebody could roll to invent auto-tune.
Okay. So, this terrible performance puts the quartet off trying to salvage their performance. And you spend, and the rest of the night is spent silently.
I mean, I suppose it's not that bad. I'm not a fan of Bruno Mercury anyway.
And the rest of the cast of Bruno Moon. Da, peace and quiet. It is nice. You can enjoy your drink. And Spectre is drinking water.
Let's not talk about Bruno, shall we?
Oh, god damn it. That took me a second.
Okay, and I think that's the end of our little cold open. So, as you're headed home from the bar, I'm going to say you're approached by a messenger.
Yeah, you're gonna have to read it to me because I am in no position to.
I will read it. I'm stone cold sober.
Okay. So, yep, the young lady hands you a small note. It reads, Lord Wergild requests your presence. You may find this job quite lucrative. And you'll all know that Lord Wergild is the name of a leviathan hunter who's was initially requested your presence and has now been actively trying to track the order down for some reason.
Oh shit! Does he want like right now? I have had a night.
And this is why I never drink. You never know when job comes to you.
Look, we need to find you a nice, bland, tasteless alcohol. That way you could also get drunk. Something simple and basic, like a White Claw.
I do drink sometimes, just not when on job.
We weren't on a job. It was a night out.
I am still on job. I think back to that box that I haven't fixed yet. I am still on job.
Spectre always had the job.
Okay.
Yeah, the last time he drank was 8 years ago.
Okay, I'm curious, what happened 8 years ago when Spectre last drank?
He'd finished a job, and it was a dry period, but not for him, apparently. But it was a dry period for work.
Like, okay, a follow-up question. What does Spectre drink when he does drink?
I drink delightful, mildly fizzy, flavorless beer. It is called Bud Smarter.
Oh, the regular version or the light version?
The light version. What do you think I am? Some kind of reckless fool?
Sorry, I'm just imagining a slightly younger Spectre just getting drunk on light beer.
It has to be a light beer. He has to keep off the calories.
I have one, and then I am done for the day.
He gets it from the bars that water it down and then waters it down further himself.
Da.
Okay. All right. So is anyone going to say anything to the courier or do anything with the note?
Get out of my air, silly little person.
Yeah. So sorry. You've got the message. Well, I should be getting on. She looks like she wants a tip for delivering the message.
Yeah, you should be getting on, and Bark begins walking away.
Spectre follows.
She slumps her shoulders and walks off. The note also has the note has an address and basically says, at your earliest convenience.
Well, we got nothing else to do tonight, right?
Let us get to work.
I suppose not, but might as well do this while I'm still drunk. Don't want to deal with Leviathan hunters sober.
They are not so bad. They take bullets just like anyone else.
Tell that to Lady Clave. How many bullets did Lady Clave take? How many?
All right, she was a little
Lady
unusual.
Clave blocking. Yeah,
And a rail
flashback
spike.
to Lady Clave blocking them with her hand.
She was a little unusual, yes. But most of the time, single bullet to head is fine.
Yeah, I think we'll make our way there now then.
Okay, what would you like to roll to basically find the address?
I think
Oh,
it
was
was
it
on the note.
Yeah, but obviously you have the address, but it's the
Right.
city's quite winding.
We have to actually get there.
I was thinking we could just take carriage.
Probably should
Yep,
have
that
asked.
works,
Korea before we sent them away.
If you just want to take a carriage, that'll be 2 coin.
I do not have any coin. I would like to perhaps intimate that it would be good idea to remain in my good books, you know?
Okay, so you're threatening the carriage driver.
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay, what would you like to roll for this?
I am going to see if I can use anything that I've got points in, but I don't think I can.
I was about to ask.
I'd almost
Yeah, big
forgotten how you
recommend.
play this game, Nick.
Badly.
Exclusively use actions you can't use.
I'm going to use command.
Okay. How many dots do you have in command?
None.
Ooh. Do you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
What's the devil's bargain? I'm interested in that.
I'll say the devil's bargain is just 2 points of heat to the crew because, you're threatening the cabbies and they talk.
How much heat have we got on the cruise? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Does it cost
We're
2
on
entire
five-
coin or
we're
what?
on 5 out of 9 heat.
Yeah, let's do it. It's fine.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. I don't think I can't see how this could possibly go. Why didn't we just take the boat?
Because we still don't know where to go.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. That's true. No, all right,
we
yeah.
still need.
Spectre, I've always told you we can't take the boat. We need that for insurance purposes.
Nah,
No, wait.
right.
Did the insurance scam.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
draw
is,
a knife
gonna
and.
Yeah. We'll call this risky. Actually, you know what? We'll make this desperate standard because the cabbie union is pretty powerful. Sorry, the
Yeah.
cabbie guild is pretty powerful.
That doesn't surprise me. They have the knowledge. Desperate, standard, and I get 1 bonus die because of the devil's bargain. Here we go. Let's get that one.
Wait. Never mind.
Oh, too late. Oh,
What? That's a success.
I'll take it.
Yep. I'm gonna say for a 5, the driver looks more amused than scared.
I will hold a dagger to their throat the whole time. Do not
for
cross
real?
me. I'm
Alright,
the
yeah,
knifey
okay.
boy. I'm the mole ninja person, all right? Of course I'm holding a knife to them.
Okay,
Also-
yeah, sure, why not?
Do
Yep,
not stop
okay.
suddenly. That would be
The
unwise.
mall ninja. Is this a story
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't heard?
Yeah, I get my throat cut. You're in serious trouble, mate. But yeah, let's go.
But not as much clearly as you would be. I mean, you understand, right?
Hey, death is merciful compared to what my guild will do to you if they can find out about this.
Ah, just drive, goat.
Well, suit yourself, love. What's the place?
I'll read out the address that's on the.
Okay,
On the card.
so you hand her the address and she drives you there. You pull up outside a sort of it's a fairly rundown looking building, although it looks like it was maybe grand a century or so ago, but it's not really being maintained. Oh, this is a place, love. You're not going to tip me or anything, are you?
You probably don't want a tip from him.
What do you think?
Hey, well, can't blame you for trying.
As the rest of them get off the carriage, Bark's going to just slightly hold back and drop her 3 coin. I'm so sorry about them. It's been a night.
3 coin.
We could have just paid. Oh god damn it!
Pay 2 coin. You know, for 3 coin, I'll say you can have it. I'll take the heat back off you.
Yes, we could have paid, but Spectre was going to do something. I feel this is funnier.
Yeah, and this is going to offset the complications, so you can still get. You won't find yourself trapped if you need to escape anywhere by road. Because that's what I was going to do. I was going to have it so she'd spread the word and they'd box you in.
Buck, why did you not simply pay earlier?
I'll be honest, this was funnier.
That was
one-
funny.
It was genuinely funny watching you think you were in control of that situation.
I'm surrounded by clowns.
You know what?
You don't mess with the cabbies union. They are like, yeah, we're a cult and we kill people, but they are terrifying.
You know what? Bark Spectre, mark off an extra point of a bonus point of XP each.
Oh yeah, and I
Sounds
get one
great.
in resolve because I rolled desperate. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, you did. But yep,
Also, I'm out of coin for now, so.
Okay, so you were all outside this sort of rundown house. You going in?
Nah.
I mean, it looks like a trap. Let's go.
Of course,
Hey,
it's
you
trap.
entering?
Just knock on the door,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Okay, so you're not going to enter carefully or anything?
We could knock on first floor window and really, show them women business.
So you're being very very forthright tonight. Maybe you just need to calm down a little bit. You want me
Sorry,
to
I've
play you
had a
nice
few-
song
a
or
few
something?
drinks.
I'll play you a soothing song on my violin, yeah?
I would rather you did not.
All right, let's just knock on the door. We were invited. Let's just go and have a
Alright.
chat, right?
Yeah. Spectre's water tonight was chilled. He's really feeling the edge.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Spectre went a bit hard tonight and went for iced water.
What do they put in that stuff?
Ice.
Oh, right.
Okay. Who's knocking on the door then?
I think Cray will probably knock on before Spectre can get up in there.
Spectre's not going to
Okay.
do it. It's just your idea.
Okay, Cray, you knock on the door and you just about hear there's a pregnant pause, and then you hear someone call in a muffled voice. I think they're already here. What do you mean? The courier only went out an hour ago.
Hello?
It sounds like we
Okay,
have benefit of surprise. Perhaps we should make a more forceful entrance?
Well,
Hello?
I'll answer the door myself, shall I?
Hello.
So you hear footsteps coming towards the door. Yes, I'm coming myself. Sorry, the manservant's off.
Oh, it's
I
a
wa-
pretty
I
good
want
thing
to-
I didn't kick the door in then.
No, I'm not.
Yep.
I want
Yep.
to do something, but I'm not. I'm going to have some self-control.
Okay.
Why?
Yep.
It's blades.
Yeah. There's you hear the click of a latch and the door creaks open. Before you stands a very imposing man. He's clearly a leviathan hunter who's had some experience, as you can see by the odd scar on his face. He's got a very athletic build that's sort of almost bulging through the fine clothes he's wearing, which seem a lot more put together than the house itself.
So it's a very large and imposing person. Yes.
Yep.
I also stand very large and imposing.
I too also impose back at him.
Okay. What would you like to roll for this?
I am imposed upon.
I suppose.
It wouldn't be appropriate for just looking scary, right? It should be probably command or something.
Yeah, I'll
You're not
accept
trying
that.
to command them into anything, right? It could be
For me,
like a skirmish, but it's like a psychological skirmish.
For me, it's less trying to like intimidate and more trying to not be the lesser of two muscles.
Okay, tell you what, we'll just make that a fortune roll because you're not really trying to achieve anything here. It's just going to sort of define who's who's looking the most imposing out of the two of you. And well,
It's a
So,
pride.
Four of
It's
us, I think, were three cutters. I assume Cray might also Cray's supposed to be tall too, right?
I mean, Cray's a big lad, but he doesn't care for this.
yeah. Like,
I guess
just because you're
just do
this
it.
isn't about tall. Yeah, this isn't just about tallness. It's about presence. I mean, you can still roll if you want to, though.
You said a fortune roll?
Yep, just a fortune roll, so don't worry about consequences. Oh, damn.
Yes.
Yeah, Bark, you're somehow towering above him. Even though he's actually physically he's a head taller, but he just feels like he's shrunk a little.
Excellent.
He glares at you with an approving respect.
I hold out my hand for a hand a large muscly handshake.
You will be Bark, isn't it?
Correct.
Excellent. And I assume then I'm addressing the infamous Order of the Orb then.
Cannot
right,
confirm or deny.
I mean, you sent for us,
Excellent.
right? So
Yes, of course. My name's Lord Wergild. Well, you'd best come in. Let's discuss business.
Bark is on the lookout for jesters.
yeah, Cray will just wander in.
Hey, you enter. The house seems sort of fairly devoid of any staff. You will have to excuse me. The staff are off for the day.
Yeah, a bit quiet, eh?
Yes, he's clearly lying.
You running on hard times, mate.
Well, the family's not what it used to be, but I'm hoping you can change that for me.
What is it you want?
Well, it's a simple job. You may have heard there's been a salvage in the docks.
A salvage
An
for
old-
what?
Well, long ago, the Wergild flagship sank in harbour. It had some very valuable charts on it.
Oh yeah, I heard some people got some people may have fallen into the water trying to salvage that illegally.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. The salvage was unfortunately legal, which means my family no longer has a claim to it. But I need those charts. It's been floated and brought into dock. The docks. So what's all I need? It's a simple job. I simply need a crew of rogues like yourselves to infiltrate the ship, take the charts, and bring them back to me. You could be done before dawn and leave with your gold. What do you say?
I mean, sounds simple enough, but a couple questions. Do you need this to
Very
be
well.
like on the down low, or are you trying to send a message?
Down low would be best.
Shame.
Although I'm not averse to it being done loudly, but I would rather. Well, I wouldn't want to be accused of being a thief. Maritime law means it's the property of whoever salvaged it first, and it wouldn't do to look like I'm feeling entitled, now would it? Still, I'm sure any chaos can be specifically traced back to me. I could just simply say I found the charts in my own, in my old library or something.
Are they like hidden or something on there? Where would we find them?
Oh, they'll be in the navigator's room or the captain's quarters. Where they were, obviously, at sea they'd be in the navigation room, but the captain might have kept them in their quarters while it was docks. They are valuable, of course. You may have to search a little, but no. Just get past the guards, search the ship, sneak out again.
And
I mean,
final sorry, continue.
I mean, if they're easy to find, then the salvagers have probably already got them, right? So they're probably not even on the ship anymore.
Oh no. It takes more than a. It can take some time. It's not. They wouldn't be in the open, and if they were, obviously the seawater would have reduced them to bleached paper or worse. No, they'll be stored in a waterproof safe somewhere, and well, if the salvage crew are doing things by the book, and they must have because it was not simply returned to me, they will have to file the paperwork to crack the safe.
Oh, I get you. You got the code or something so we can unlock it ourselves?
Well, the best I can give you is this. And he hands you a key. It might be for the safe, it might not.
And on to my second question. Are you adverse to anything else perhaps going missing during the break-in?
My only concern is my family's name and the charts. Everything else is negotiable.
Excellent. What do y'all think? I think we should go for it.
Oh, well, job is job.
So it sounds like a good plan, but like, is there any like secret entrances or anything fun like that would help us get in there or anything like that?
I believe they've well, there's a large hole in the side from where it's sunk, but from what I understand, they've basically patched it up. What you could potentially do is you could slip in through there and not be any the wiser. It would just look like perhaps there was a bit of a leak and it might even get repaired behind you. And if worst case scenario, you can just emerge on the deck and hop off.
I would prefer to prevent any water-based entrances.
Yes, I would not recommend swimming there. You know what the ocean does to people.
Well, I don't personally know what it does, but I'm sure Lady Clave does.
Well, let us not waste time. It is middle of night. Perfect time for heist.
Yes. There's a lot to be said for a crew willing to, if you pardon the word, assassinate a noble. So you have my full confidence.
Don't worry. I just want to be sure you know where we stand and if this ends in betrayal.
Oh, you have my full word as a Leviathan hunter that you will be paid if you bring what I ask for. And you'll know that this man is clearly a Leviathan hunter, and if he's saying this, he will suffer a very serious damage to his reputation, no matter who he says it to, if he does not follow through. So you will get the payoff as long as you complete the job.
How much?
Let's call it, I believe, in your world it would be called 10 coin, and he holds up a truly ridiculous bag of gold.
He got like a dollar symbol on it.
Yeah, like you can actually see there's probably there's clearly a couple of bullion bars in it. I will say from a mess perspective that the book does more or less say, do not have a contact cheat the crew out of their payment.
50% ahead of time. For expenses only.
Yes. He stares you down. Spectre, what would you like to roll to convince him?
Ha Sway?
Yep, that sounds good.
Sweet.
Will you push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
I will take a devil's bargain. I think that sounds interesting.
Find out what it is.
Okay.
Yes, find out what it is first.
Yeah, actually, what is it?
Devil's bargain. How do I do this without spoiling a twist near the end?
Oh, now we know there's a twist. Ooh.
Maybe the money might be a little hard to spend.
Cray will lend an assist.
Contacts not screwing over the party. Are we looking at foreshadowing?
Oh no, it's not going to screw you over.
I won't take the devil's bargain.
Okay.
Cray will lend an assist. Cray will be like,
okay,
all right,
yep.
mate, you know we're good for it,
Yep.
right?
Yep, Cray, take a point of stress and roll with an extra dice then, please.
Okay,
this will be risky standard.
Cool. That's a free.
Okay. He pauses for a moment, puts the bag of gold back on the table and very prominently takes a bar of gold out.
Why do we
That
let
9
you
coin, I think. Don't. I want to hire the best, but don't cheek me.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, maybe stop trying.
It was a costly try.
Let's just let's head out. We'll be fine, and we'll have your charts back to you tonight. All right.
I look forward to it. I'm not going anywhere. And he pours himself a brandy at his desk and sits down with his legs crossed.
Oh, sure, you could afford a brandy, but not to pay to keep this place clean.
You see, he had to pour it himself. Poor guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not even got any ice.
Let us not anger client any more than perhaps some of us already have, shall we?
Engagement roll.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh boy.
So,
It's time.
stealth?
So
Yeah.
how about if we disguised ourselves as like salvage crew or like repairmen or something to go and like fix up that hole?
Okay,
No,
so deception.
What we could do is we could draw the guards who are guarding the front entrance away, beat them up, steal their outfits, and then walk on as guards doing patrols.
Have we not done that at least once before already? I think we might have done the last session.
Yeah, we did that last time, you're right.
Well, I mean,
We
if
have
it
one
worked,
trick.
No, we can't be caught being repetitive. It'd do damage to our reputation.
What if we get a
I mean,
little
if we don't
boat
get
and
caught,
just
we don't
sail
get caught
it
being
up to
repetitive.
the other one in the night and then just board through that hole, like weaken it and climb in?
Do you think we could also make this an insurance scam?
Of course. Absolutely.
Wait, just pretend that our boat went out of control, crashed into the other boat.
No. See what happens is we use our boat, sneak on, we get everything we need out, and then on our way out, we light the big boat on fire, which will then catch onto our smaller boat, and they will be liable for the damages of our boat.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hey,
I see no problem with this.
This is sounding like deception.
I was thinking it was
Since you're
stealth on the way in.
Well, it was stealth, but you first sort of turned it into deception since you're planning insurance fraud on the side.
I
Yeah,
think
but
that
that's
would
a
be the
side
ending
thing.
point. Like, the entry is mainly stealth, isn't it? Like, we're going to be sneaking in, I suppose, more so than, like, we're not arriving in disguises or anything.
Yeah, I suppose, the actual means of ingress is more stealth, you are right. And you've got your point of infiltration, so is that the plan you're going with?
I think that sounds good. I will just check. Can I ask anyone about info? I don't think I've got anyone I can ask about information on this. No. Got a beggar and a noble, and I don't think either are going to be helpful on this.
Know any arsonists?
Would anyone know an arsonist?
Not an arsonist, but I do know a smuggler.
That could work.
Yes. Yep, smuggler might have. Do you want to try and contact your smuggler at this time of the night then to see if they can?
Yeah, sure. I know. Let me see.
What's
I
your
don't think I
smuggler's
ever.
name?
Yeah, I never nailed down a bunch of stuff about like the kind of people that Corso knows. But could he be retconned into being in with the gondoliers or something? Maybe that's a faction, right?
Yep, the gondoliers are a faction. Their job is to basically sell boats around the canals within the city.
Yeah. Yeah, Corso's the guy who helped Tigrin steal his hammer after he got fired. And
lovely.
just recently managed to pay him back in downtime.
Oh, cool. That sounds good. What would you like to roll to sort of get him on to help you out?
I guess it'll have to be a consort, which I did eventually get a die in.
Lovely. Do you want to push yourself to take a devil's bargain?
I'd like to know what's on sale for the bargain.
Well, we'll call this risky standard and devil's bargain. He'll want 2 coin in return.
I do have 2 coin. Sure, I'm not doing anything with it at the moment.
Okay, lovely.
Basically, I paid 2 coin to add 1 die for this.
Yep, that's about it.
Okay, so consort. Wait for the dialogue to show up somewhere. Here it is. Okay, risky, standard, bonus dice 1. There we go. And we get.
That's lovely. Yep. That's 5, so a success with a complication. Obviously, you've paid him the gold. Complication is so you're basically asking him to help you burn down the boats when you're done. He basically you don't really have a reliable way to contact him. So he's going to just going to throw in
burn down the boat when he feels like it.
He's going to wait on your boat, and he's going to wait for a signal.
And the signal for him is for us to burn the boat that we're infiltrating.
Right. So
we're lost.
Basically, for your complication, I'd like you to start a 6-part clock marked. Arsonist gets bored, and if that clock fills up, he's just going to start the fire early.
Oh fuck!
Excellent.
Maybe not deliberately. Like maybe he'll just be playing around with his Molotov cocktail and accidentally drop it.
I thought I was contacting him for a way in or a way out. I thought.
Oh right, sorry, yeah, completely.
There wasn't this thing with a different tack. I said he was he's a smuggler with the gondolier. I guess it's not out of the question that he could have arsonists on staff as well.
Sorry, yeah, we're talking about arsonists. So I thought he was you wanted him to basically start the fire.
No.
Okay. No. Okay, so your complication then will be well, we'll call it. We'll still call it a 6-piece clock, but it'll be if it fills up, he'll be spotted and have to head off. So you'll be stuck with finding your own way out.
Okay, so of course I'm going to take off if there's too much heat.
Yeah. So yeah, if you can keep track of that for us. Okay, let's get on to the actual roll, shall we? Would you say this operation's particularly bold or daring?
We're attacking the Leviathan hunters. Ish. Well, the Port Authority, I guess.
This is a daring plan for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'll let you have that. So you've got 2 dice.
It's definitely daring. I'm the only lurk on this stealth mission with 3 cutters.
Yeah, this is the second time we're going to burn this boat down for the sake of insurance.
And we explicitly have to not raise too much of an alarm, or our escape boat is going to take off.
Yep, that's true. Okay, does the plans detail expose a vulnerability? Or is the target strong against this approach? Or do they have any particular defenses? Yeah, I mean, there's just a few guards milling around the boat, so...
And we are very specifically going through a recently patched up hole.
A weak spot.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll give you 1. Okay, friends or contacts. Yep, you've got a friend or contact. So that's 4. I am going to deduct 1 dice for a secret reason. Leaving you, unless you've got anything else to argue, with a total of 3 dice.
Oh dear.
3 dice ain't bad.
Sounds alright to me.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I'm sure we'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Right. Okay. That's a 6.
Woohoo!
Hey, so you make it there without
Never
any
punished.
complication.
Never punished.
Yeah. I was really hoping for some complications on this. Okay. So, you pull up. So you all meet up with your contact, who sort of slowly sails you over there. And on the way on the boat, you hear a ruffling.
Is there something on boat here with us?
I certainly hope not.
We did not bring pile of cloves onto boat, did we?
That's a deep cut. As you're saying this, a figure rises up under one of the sort of like a tarp on the boat, and just pulls the tarp off. What you see is a very heavily scarred-looking young woman. Sort of middle-aged woman. She wears the uniform of the Sparkrite, which is impeccable, if a little covered in dust from the tarp she was hidden under.
Who are the Sparkrites again?
The Sparkrites are basically a faction of engineers who maintain the walls around Duskvol.
Technology nerds.
Are we friends with these people?
I believe you're neutral.
Alias killed one, as I recall. On impulse.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think on the notes you're in. Yeah. As far as any notes I've got, say you're neutral with them.
Camille, how did you get there? Who are you? What's you? What?
Have you finally come for revenge then?
I'm here to warn you.
So that's a no on the revenge?
Wait, warn us from what?
An enemy of mine is acting against me. You can call me. You can call me Cream Cake.
Okay.
Wait, so you're in trouble and now you're putting that trouble on us by joining us on our boat to our thing? What are you doing here?
Yeah, what the hell, Apple Fritter?
I've been keeping my head down since I got these. She gestures to the scars all over her face. They resemble burn marks. Your first guess would be that she had a close encounter with the wall herself.
Or she was on Alias's boat.
Wait, so is your enemy the wall?
No, my enemy is the Leviathan hunters.
Right.
We've been searching for decades for an alternative source of energy. Basically to remove our reliance on Leviathan blood. It's beginning to run low. Obviously the Leviathan hunters themselves are not happy about that. Especially one Lord Hunter Shaw.
Was that the bloke that we would... What?
She gives you a meaningful look.
Alias's family.
Yep. You all know who this is. That's literally Elias's father.
I have already made enemy of this shore. I am not so concerned. What I am concerned with is how this cream pie, you get on boat.
Yeah, we want answers, pineapple turnover.
Well, it's... do you really want to know how I snuck on your boat?
How did you know we were on job? How did you know this job would lead us here? How did you know you needed to warn us? This is concerning to me.
Have you just been living on this boat for the past few days waiting for us to use it? We only use this for insurance fraud.
No, I was there when you met him.
Were you?
Sure.
You were there when we met.
I don't think you were there for that one, Spectre.
A few hours ago when you met Lord Hunter Shaw.
That was name.
You do realise that was Lord Hunter Shaw you were speaking to, right?
Well, I do now.
Was that his name before he got bit by a weregild?
Wait, so was Shaw the person or the raccoon he was wearing as a hat?
No, he's a lycanthrope.
Wait, that was Alias's dad?
Yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on here.
He did not seem as attractive as Alias.
Yeah. Although it does occur to you that now that you mention it, you do actually sort of under the scar, you do realize he has the same nose.
Oh no, I expected somebody more flamboyant.
Yes, Elias was a bit of a problem child for him. Quit the family
child
business.
for all of us.
Quit the family business, become an actor, and not a great one.
I found
But
him
that's
fairly
besides the
easy to
point.
deal with.
Wait, so what you're saying is that bloke wasn't Mr. Weregills or whatever?
No, the Weregild line is long dead. What are you talking about?
Well, that's who he told us he was.
Are you telling me you didn't do any? You just took a job from a noble in the middle of nowhere. He could have been anyone.
What is worse that can happen?
Well-
We have already taken job from one who turned out to be immortal and tried to stiff us on payment, and we still killed her.
I suppose
Why
if
do you
nothing
people
else.
love talking about what we did in the past? Look, stop telling people that we killed Lady Clave.
Well,
It
we
acts
didn't
as a
say
threat.
we didn't say who
suppose-
it was, but you just did. Congratulations, you gave us away.
You're the ones who. What?
Clearly not. Cray has had a lot to drink tonight.
Would you like to roll to convince her that you aren't? She isn't in way over her head, and she might as well just jump overboard and take the consequences.
No.
No.
I don't mind. Go for it.
Yeah, no, she could do that.
Wait,
honestly,
she-
Spectre was close to pushing her overboard, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she isn't going to do that because it's literally a fate worse than death to be submerged in these waters. But
Spectre does not like loose ends, and yeah.
look, little lady, like, what is it you actually want? Like, what are you doing?
I just wanted to ruin his. I don't know what he's getting out of sending you here, but I just wanted to ruin his plans by convincing you he was up to something.
Oh, he wants sea
Are you
charts.
telling me you didn't even know who he was?
No, he just wants some sea charts.
Sea charts.
Yeah.
He's one of the most powerful leviathan hunters in the entire city. He has sea charts that he has the sea atlas.
No, yeah,
possibly
it is
be on
small
this
job.
boat?
We are not being paid very well for it. Probably like 80% of what we would usually be paid.
Look, man just wanted some special sea charts that they have in a safe somewhere in there.
They will learn
Look.
Spectre cannot do math.
You took a job from a man whose son you killed, and you think he's going to be entirely above board?
We didn't know who he was when we took the job. I thought we established this.
Of course he is not going to be entirely above board. Sometimes you go below deck.
And as you say this, you hear a call from the front of. Wait, is it the starboard at the front of the ship? No, that can't be right.
No, that's the
Bow.
that's one of
The bow. From the bow of the ship.
No birds.
Yeah. Your contact basically yells, "Alright, guys, we're here."
Oh shit, we're here.
Well, it was nice knowing you. Buck, will you deal with... I did not catch your name. Well, what was it? No, it was Strudel, wasn't it?
crumpet.
It's all right. I can deal with this.
It's called me cream
little lady.
cake.
Yes,
actually,
cream
it doesn't
pie,
matter.
sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah,
little
okay.
lady, thank you very much for the information and the warning or whatever you think you're doing here, but I think we're all right. So you can just toodle off on your way. Don't get in our way, all right? And yeah.
Yeah, have fun finding a way off the ship. It's going to be lit on fire within an hour.
Why do you
And there-
keep on telling people our plans?
And there is, I don't know, half a mile of water, of ocean between you and the shore. Have fun. And Bark begins climbing out.
I am sure you will be fine.
I follow Bark.
Hey, you're all doing this, by the way. Like literally, the guards are just. well, they're feet away, but they're too busy playing cards to actually even notice you.
I mean, if need be, I can lead a prowl to get us on.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the hole in the boat you're told about is there. But what would you like to roll to get in there?
Prowl.
Well, I think firstly, before we do that, I'd like to sway Cream Cakes to be quiet and bugger off. And I'll use my mesmerism ability to get her to forget that this happened.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Roll that then, please. Just remind me, what does your mesmerism ability specifically do?
When I sway someone, I may cause them to forget that it's happened until they next interact with me.
Oh, that's cool.
That is a 6.
You know what? Fine. I'm done here. I don't know what I'm doing on this boat, but I guess I'm stuck here till it leaves.
Oh, no.
Did you bring one of
she
those
looks
thingies that pull you along the... No, that'd probably be bad. That's probably
Just stay quiet and keep our overpower occupied so they don't get bored and bugger off, you know?
Yeah.
I told Corso she's not with us. Charge her whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm going to say for that full success, she's basically going to play cards with Corso. So,
Wait, is this our boat that we're on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can turn that clock into an 8-part clock now, Knowless.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. All right. Upgrade.
I'm also going to say to Corso as we're about to leave, and remember the rowboat the rowboat is over there. You're going to want to use that after you light the place.
Got it. Look after Frosty.
I thought it was the big ship we were talking about setting on fire, not the ship that we came, not the little boat that we came here on.
Honestly, it doesn't matter which boat gets on fire first, so long as both of them burn.
Did we just have Corso drive our boat, and that's why we're going to be setting it on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter which of the two boats technically lights on fire first, because we can just claim deniability and claim that their boat that they salvaged caught fire and get the insurance money that way.
Yeah.
Cray will lean over to Frost again and be like, this lot, I don't know what their deal is with setting boats on fire and claiming insurance, but they're really into it. So I don't ask questions like.
It's the whole thing. I can't really judge.
It's easy money.
I have done job like this before. I cannot argue. It is good money.
Okay. Can I get a roll, please, to the hole you're told about's there. Can I get a roll, please, to get through it?
I would like to lead a prowl to get through it.
Lovely.
Do we need to wreck to open it enough, or is just prowl?
No, you can just about pry it open enough to climb through.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we're all going to have to roll prowl. And for every failure, I will take 1 stress, except I won't because I have expertise in it. So I will only take 1 stress at most, regardless of how many people
I have
fail.
nothing in prowl, so.
Yep. And everyone, you basically get to keep the highest roll. So
Risky
everyone roll
standard?
prowl, please. Yep, risky standard.
I got 1 dot.
I rolled a 1.
Risky stand, 0, go.
Okay. This is looking like a 5. Yep, so that's 1 point of stress to Spectre. And that's a 5 with with a complication. So you quietly pry it open, and I'm going to say Spectre just holds it in place, just sort of carefully moves it about so it's not creaking, or rather, basically I'm going to say Spectre sort of lifts it as the ship sort of tilts and sways, so that covers up the creaking of actually moving them. And then when everyone's walked through, Spectre slips behind himself. For your complication, you sort of realise as the sort of planks creep back into place that you wouldn't be able to get any leverage on them, so you can't take this way out to get back to your boat.
Makes sense. Oh, by the way, I'm
So
going to
you're
have
already
heavy load for
Oh
this
yeah.
mission.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, everyone just pick your load. Sorry about that.
I'll go with a normal load.
I think I'll put the fine shadow cloak on now. It sounds like the time to do it.
That's good.
And maybe the dark sight goggles.
Oh yeah. So yeah, while everyone's sort of picking their load out, I'm just going to clarify that obviously you can get to when you get to the deck of the ship, obviously you'll need to avoid the guard's line of sight, but you'll probably be able to sneak down to your boat again from there.
I'm going to say heavy. Feels like I might need it.
Okay. Well, Spectre, as you're putting on your cloak and goggles...
My robe and wizard hat, yeah.
Your rogue and wizard hat.
Yes.
Well, because you've put the goggles on, you can see in the dark. So I'm going to say you notice this first. There's a figure right up ahead. It stood in the doorway, slightly hunched over, and faced away from you.
Okay. I would like to draw a knife, sneak on over, put it to their throat, and like whisper in there and go, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll just yet.
Mm-hmm.
As you do this, you bring the knife up to their throat. You see the figure tense as they perceive you. But as you start whispering in the ear, you just hear nothing but a horrible moan.
This pervert.
Question, GM.
Yes?
Does Bark... Would Bark know what happens to a person once they've been submerged in the waters?
Yep, this has come up before. Basically, the waters effectively erode their soul, leaving nothing but a hollow body without a soul, known as a hollow. And now, obviously, a vampire can use this hollow as a replacement body because there's no one in there to stop them just keeping it.
Would this be what I recognize as a hollow?
Oh yeah.
Bark immediately grabs Spectre and yanks him backwards.
Okay. Yep, I'm going to say you pull Spectre back just as the hollow just immediately tries to turn around and just grab Spectre. It's like, obviously, sort of goes want the sort of spark of life in living humans. Hollows are sort of similar in that they're sort of more or less mindless, but if nothing commands them, they just more or less want to, well, they might do anything, but you can sort of safely assume the hollows that have been here for, you can sort of tell from the uniform this was maybe a member of the crew when the ship went down, which might actually explain why the salvage crew haven't actually been on board yet.
They haven't cleared this place out at all.
Oh, we were not informed of this. We were not informed of this at all.
Yep.
But as you pull Spectre back, you pull Spectre back, the hollow turns towards you. It bares its teeth, raises its hands, and starts advancing. What do?
I'm going to activate Ghost Fighter, stride forward, and punch it in the face as hard as I possibly can.
Yes.
Lovely. What would you like to roll for this?
Skirmish.
Right.
Skirmish.
This is a single slow-moving target. You have the kit for it, so I'll call this a controlled roll. Do you want to push yourself and take a devil's bargain?
Let me think. What do we have for a bargain?
Well, I'll let anyone who wants to suggest one, but I don't have anything specific just yet. Actually, devil's bargain. You'll make quite a bit of noise here. You might draw some attention.
I don't want to. Well, it's an 8-part clock now. I'm able to.
Hollows be. If we killed a hollow, would it be the same as if we killed a person in like the death bell would
dang it, I got a 1. Okay, I got a 1. That means bad idea. That means I'll take the bargain.
Yeah, but I'm afraid you have to take the bargain before you roll.
I was rolling to decide whether or not to take the bargain. Sorry, I was rolling 1d6.
Okay, sorry.
So.
Take the bargain then.
Physical dice and
Roll with 1 extra dice. Sorry, we'll start with Ben. What were you saying, Ben?
Sorry, I was asking about hollows. Like, if we killed a hollow, would it be like killing a person, or is that hollow already dead? Like, would the death spell go off? And stuff?
the soul has been destroyed, so it's nothing but basically animate meat.
Okay. So
Okay.
we can kill it safely then.
Okay, yeah, I won't set off the ghost spells. Yeah, that's a good question. Let me see. I'd like to try to trade for desperate for the heck of it.
Okay, that's going to be great effect. It's a desperate. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can only exchange one step, so it's going to be become risky with great effect.
Oh, it was controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because it's
I'll
just one, and you've got, you can just sort of, just sort of slowly advancing towards you.
That makes sense. I'll just leave it at controlled then. Controlled. Is it standard?
Yep, controlled standard. This is basically your run back into the dining room, and Barry shoots the zombie with his magnum.
Okay. Okay, and one bonus die for the bargain.
Yep.
Okay, and we get 5.
Okay. So you are you using your sledgehammer here or just your fists?
Fist. I don't think I have time to get the sledgehammer out.
Okay. So yep, you charge forwards. The glowing light surrounds your fists, and you just just swing forward, cold cock the hollow, and it goes straight down like a sack of potatoes.
Nice.
And stops, and it's not moving anymore. Bad news is it goes straight into a crate, and there's a terrible clatter of splintering wood. In the distance, you hear several moans and shuffling footsteps.
Dear. They have alerted the horde.
I'm starting to think that we were not told everything we need to know about this job.
Was that one tick on the clock? As well? Or-
Yeah, that'll be a tick on the clock because the clock's basically literally representing time here.
Okay. Yeah, I have it named LZ is too hot.
Yeah, Bark. I mean, that guy, he didn't know anything really about this boat, right? Like, you ain't seen it in a long time because it went down a long time ago. So, yeah, we don't know nothing.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have told him too much about it.
Yeah.
Not that I knew that much about it.
Yeah.
Just that
You know what?
I-
Anyone who wants to can make a fortune roll to assess the situation.
I don't think I will.
I think I would like to go ahead and do this.
Okay, what are you rolling for it?
Oh, I forgot you roll a stat for fortune roll.
Yeah.
I guess it'll have to be a survey. Survey makes sense.
Yeah, survey will do.
Okay, so that is 1 note. Huh, none, I guess.
Hey, yeah. Unfortunately for a free, you don't really you aren't really sure what Lord Hunter Shaw's motive is here. Maybe revenge for Alias, maybe not. But you don't really know why he sent you into this ship specifically.
Let's just be quick, get the stuff, and get out of here. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to spend too long around these weird zombie thingies. Like,
Just a reminder.
Able to...
Yeah, just a reminder. The footsteps are approaching, so act quickly.
You hear a series of clicks and clacks and more clicks as Frost unfolds his transforming hammer.
Bark begins fitting her cestus onto her hands, ready for battle.
Okay.
I take out the fine lightning hook. We all do hero poses.
Oh yeah. Cray, you doing anything?
Cray's going to take out some manacles and chain.
Oh, not gonna brandish your violin? I mean, it worked in combat before.
Yeah.
We're trying to be quiet.
Yeah. This is like that one scene in Stranger Things where everyone's got sort of carrying a weapon, and then one of the kids just picks up a random ornament or something.
Yeah, he doesn't really do weapons. He's got a chain, so like if we just need to wrap one of these up and tie it back or something, he can help out that.
Okay. So what's your plan here? Are you going to sort of face them head on, or are you going to try and run through the bows of the ship? Scooby-Doo style.
So let's take it slow and quietly, right? Yeah?
Sounds good.
Da.
So
Always.
slowly approach and just punch whatever gets close to us.
Okay, what are we rolling here then?
I'm going to go hunt, I think.
Sounds good. Okay, so what's your plan here? Do you want to just sort of take out the hollows, or?
Only the ones we run into.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to go out of my way to try to take them all out.
Okay, is anyone going to assist Spectre, or?
I'll just hang back.
Okay.
I mean,
Is anyone assisting Spectre? Do you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
I'm happy just doing it, to be honest.
Okay. Give me that roll then, please.
I got 3 points in hunt. Risky standard.
Yeah, risky standard.
I got the dark side goggles on. I got the fine shadow cloak. I'm ready to go.
Very
Oh, yeah.
quiet. We're hunting treasure maps.
They're not trapped in here. You're not trapped in here with the hollows. They're trapped in here with you.
I'm going full Sam Fisher on it. Let's see how it actually works out for me, though.
Oh, that is a crit.
Nice.
Double six.
Okay.
Double six.
Okay, so there's 3 hollows in this sort of immediate area. Would you like to describe how you deal with them?
So I sneak up and I see they don't really need their necks or their windpipes. So I would probably go for the hamstrings and then the chest on each one.
Tendons and such.
Yeah, the tendons.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, not the hamstring. The tendons, so that they can't move should anything go wrong. And then the chest a couple of times to take them out, and then the next one, and then the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Like cradling them to
Yeah.
the ground so they make no noise as they fall.
Oh, yeah. Just like full evil within when you're sort of still sneaking around and before the sort of gunfight breaks out.
Exactly. In my head, Agent 47 or something like that, you know, and next. Or possibly the Tomb Raider stealth scenes.
Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, any sort of, 2000s, 2010
Yeah.
action game with some stealth elements.
Absolutely.
Were you saying, Frost?
No, none.
Okay. So, yeah, Spectre basically goes ahead and takes out the hollows who are in your way. And as you're sort of moving around the corridor, trying to get your bearings, a door cautiously opens, and you hear a voice. Hello. Are there any living humans? Are you living? And peeking just through the crack in the door is a. Would anyone actually? Yeah, Bark. I think you're the only person who's actually met this person. It's Hicks.
Oh.
Bark, was it?
Oh shit. You saw me. Hicks, this is awkward. This is very awkward.
Oh wow, you took them out. What are you doing here?
Yeah, this Bark walks up to Hicks and puts her arm around his shoulder. Look, Hicks, I the two of us need to talk here.
Oh yeah.
And Bark punches Hicks in the stomach to knock him out.
You could have told them we was exterminators.
What'd you like to roll for this?
Keep coming from.
And skirmish.
Okay, and you're just trying to knock him. You're just trying to knock them out.
Yep, just take him out in one swift hit.
Okay, would you like to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
No, but I would like to trade position for effects.
Okay, so you're making this a desperate roll with
Yeah.
grace effects. Okay, I'm gonna be up front. There's a risk you might kill them here.
I'm on standby to deal with consequences. That's my entire character build, so I may be able to stop them dying.
But because I'm making this a desperate roll, I gain +1 die because I have Daredevil.
Yep.
Oh, and you don't forget to mark off your XP, I guess.
Yep.
Roll away.
I should take Daredevil. That's also on my sheet.
It wasn't on my sheet, but I did get specific permission to grab it.
I mean, that's what veterans for, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay, that's a 4.
That's a 4.
Oh.
I was mad for a second.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a success
Wow.
with a consequence. So you just punch him in the stomach, and he immediately sort of like, you see his eyes roll back into his head, and he's clearly unconscious. But as he goes down, he just takes quite a serious knock to the side of his head.
Okay,
And
I
you
would like
realise you
to
might have gone-
resist that consequence.
Okay, so to resist that, I think we'll call it.
Like jump forward and put my hand there to stop the thing with my how speedy I am.
Yeah, I think we'll call this. Would this be
Probably.
prowess or Yeah, I'm
Probably
going to say
prowess.
insight just to realise you need to act.
Yep, that's fair. So I have 3 dots in that.
Yep.
2
So
stress.
yep, that's a total of 2 stress.
Okay.
How are you doing for stress?
Oh, hang on. I should be taking +1 dice to my resistance roll. I'm going to roll one more d6 because I've got bodyguard. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You never know. If it's a 6, no, never mind. Still 4.
Okay. Yep, so that's 2 stress.
I
But
have
you
2
managed to
left.
sort of, yep, you surge forward. You just sort of manage to catch him as he falls, and he doesn't knock his head. You've got 1 unconscious Hicks.
Quickly, drag. Help me drag him to like his station, so it looks like he's sleeping on the job.
Oh, all right,
Just to be
fine.
clear, just to be clear, Hicks wasn't a guard.
What's this? What are they doing here?
Wait, was Hicks here on the same job we were then?
You remember that Norin mentioned that Hicks was said he had something to do, and they disappeared last night and hadn't shown up. So presumably he must have had the same. He must have decided to do a bit of plundering.
Oh,
Was this person from the barbershop quartet? What is going
Yep.
on?
This is the. I hate this job. I hate every aspect of this job here. Help me drag him over somewhere safer.
Cray will poke his head in the door that Hicks just came out of. Like, where were they?
I assumed
Okay.
Hicks was like a guard or something, which is why Burke knocked him out.
A guard who was hiding from a bunch of hollows.
Just the
I'm
immediate
presumably-
reaction.
Presumably the guards know the hollows are down here.
if there are.
Yeah, you look and he was. You basically see he was basically holed up in a storage cupboard.
Well, back into the storage cupboard you go.
And search his stuff. There must be he must have a note or something on him that's like what he was doing here, right?
Yeah.
And people don't just carry notes around with them, telling other people what they were doing in their
I don't
location.
know. They're clearly not that bright. They were stuck in a cupboard amongst all these hollows.
Yeah.
As Mark is
so
saying,
you do
this
have
Mark
to
is
ask
looking
people
for a note.
Okay. You search their pockets, and you don't really. Actually, you know what? What do you want to roll to search Hicks's pockets?
Study a person, document, or item with close scrutiny.
Yep, that sounds good. Do you want to push yourself to take a devil's bargain?
No.
Yep. Roll away then, please. This is risky standard. Actually, no, it's controlled. We'll say it's.
Are you?
Well, good news, it's controlled. I'm gonna say, Frost, please tick off 2 slices on the pie, because yep, this is going to use up a bit of time without learning anything. But I'm gonna say you haven't really lost anything, so you can. Yep, you can still try and you don't find any note or anything, but you can still try and do something else to learn a bit more if you want to. but it's going to be a risky standard instead.
See, no. And Bark tosses him in the closet.
Yep, you hear a quiet thump as you throw Hicks into this closet in this mysterious ghost ship. What would you like to do next?
Let's just go get these charts and get out of here. This place is weird and fucked.
Okay.
Yeah, close the door and let's finish this up. No one here is liking this situation.
Okay. You look around. So, to finish the job itself, you need to find the charts which are either in the captain's quarters or the navigation room. And to escape, you need to get to the top of the top deck to find a way out. What would you like to do?
Do we have any idea where we are on the ship in relation to the captain's quarters? Like, are we in the bottom of the ship, or the middle floors?
We've been on a ship, so hopefully that experience helps.
Yep. Obviously, you've had an entire lecture on at least one Leviathan hunter ship, and you spent some time on it. Yep. So you have that experience. If you want a flashback, or you could just do a roll to try and navigate otherwise.
Well, if we have that experience, then
it's supposed to be the captain's quarters or a navigator's room. Captain's quarters might be easier.
I guess how low in the ship was the hole that we came in?
Okay, the hole was basically in the sort of the base It was quite low on the ship, but the ship was itself tilted. That's probably how it was floated again.
So the captain's quarters usually at the top, right? Like where they get to see things and shit, right? So
yeah, the captain's quarters is usually sort of on the upper decks, and it's one of the nicer ones.
Would that mean we're closer down towards the cargo hold?
Yeah, you probably entered. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll to sort of work out. You probably entered around near the cargo hold.
Yeah, if we get too low in the ship, we're probably going to be underwater or something.
Let's just go up, shall we? Yeah.
One more question.
Here.
One more question. When we were approaching the ship, did we see one of those large mirror towers like how Lady Cleve had on her ship?
No, you didn't. That was very specific to Lady Clave's own ship.
Then we have an issue because I have no idea what navigation would be.
I think we can just kind of head upward and keep an eye out for anything that says navigator's room on the way.
I suppose.
Yep. Okay, what would you like to roll to do that then? If you're just going to sort of look around for signs and stuff.
Well, Spectre has hunt and has the night vision goggles, so
I do have 3 pips in study.
Yep. Well, yep. Of course, you're an academic, so you may well sort of know something here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also just like observing things closely is also under study. So if we're looking for something, that'd be the way to go.
Yep. Spectre or Bark, would you like to roll something?
Go for it, Bark.
Excellent.
Okay. Pushing yourself for taking a devil's bargain?
What's the devil's bargain?
Devil's bargain. You might find something you don't want to find.
I'll take that.
Okay.
More zombies. Hollows.
Naked pictures of Bark's mother.
Yeah.
No.
That's risky standard, and
I will trade position for value. I like great rolls, and also I get a +1 if I take the desperate action.
I will not be defending
desperate,
you on this one.
Desperate grades. This is going to be a ridiculous amount of dice. Roll away.
Yeah, how many bonus dice do I get for a devil's bargain?
1.
You get 1 for a devil's bargain, and you get 1 for that special ability of yours.
Yeah.
So a total of an extra 2.
Give me something. Double 6s.
That's great.
There's your crit.
And
you
my
critted on the grace effect. Okay, you did pretty well here. You know what? Since you critted on, you did put quite a bit of effort into setting this roll up, so you can have 2 XP.
Nice. You have found so much sparks my
We-
pornography.
Okay.
Just
We have found what we're looking for, and something we definitely didn't want to find.
Okay. So yeah,
Marvin.
you sort of think back in your heads. You remember you've actually seen some sort. This is a sort of obviously this was sort of a lower class ship, so it's not been really customized much. And you've actually sort of glimpsed some sort of blueprints of ships like this before when in your studies, and just combined with a bit of know-how, you navigate pretty well. Like, you see signs, you make some very educated guesses about layout, and you're able to sort of just lead everyone towards the upper decks quite quickly. But as you're walking past what's left of basically a sort of another side cupboard, you hear another rattle, and a door opens, and there's just a very pale, very scared looking young woman. She's wearing a ragged uniform. Yeah, she's wearing a ragged uniform that resembles the Hollows, but she's clearly much more cognizant. Goggles. She's got goggles over her head, and she's wearing a sort of a leather jerkin that looks like it's been quite well maintained.
Hello.
Hello.
What are
could you tell me something?
Sure.
What the fuck is going on?
I was about to ask you, a very similar question. So why don't we trade information here?
Okay. Am I still on the Wergild, like Lord Wergild ship?
Yeah. I don't see where else you would be. It's the only ship that's like this in the port.
Have you been here?
Okay. It's hazy. I remember the ship. It's weird. I remember the ship sinking, but before that, I remember dying.
Is the person, or is this a hole or something?
Okay, so this is clearly not a hull, and they're clearly not a hollow.
Is it a ghost?
Bark kneels down next to the woman, and she pokes her, make sure she's solid.
Does she have a giant hole in her chest?
I take out a spirit
you
vein
poke
try and
her-
fix it to my chop.
Her skin's quite cold to the touch, but she's clearly a physical human being, and she's not showing any signs of decay or rotting.
Does she react at all to the spirit vein charm that Spectre pulled out?
She looks at the charm and says, she holds out her arms and says, stop doing that, that's kind of weird.
No, I don't think I will.
Question, do any of you have anything reflective on you that would be immediately visible?
I'm wearing goggles.
Hey, yep. She meets your gaze, Spectre, and she just pauses and looks at her reflection in she stares into the goggles, and she just sort of lightly touches her face and says, wait, why am I?
Does she have any bite marks on her neck?
Nope, but I will be clear, vampires don't work that way here.
Oh.
Bark also looks at the goggles, trying to catch an angle to get her reflection.
Yep.
Does she appear to have any fur? She could be weird.
What's that, sorry? No, she's not a werewolf. She seems very confused and a bit disorientated. So if anyone wants to roll anything to try and sort of talk her through what's going on and see if you can work it out, by all means, go ahead.
Attune, maybe? Attune, I suppose?
Yep, a tune might work. There's definitely something spiritual going on here.
Kind of trying to suss out what... risky standard?
Yeah, risky standard. You want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
I don't think so, not at this point in time.
That's a failure, I'm afraid. You try to attune to the spirits, and she just sort of shudders and recoils. It seems like, and she basically she stops talking to. I'm gonna say she's gonna be too wary to talk to Frost now. So, and we're sort of trying. That's gonna take up another slice of time on the clock.
So Cray did a long-term project a while back to learn about the supernatural and shit. During his studies, would he have come across anything that would give any indication of what's going on with this lady?
Yeah, I'm gonna say definitely. This is something that might have happened before. It's a bit of a unique situation, but what would you like to roll?
Side note: we're officially living on a prayer on that clock now.
Yeah, it's fine.
With 4 in, right?
Yeah, 4 out of 8.
Fine, halfway.
Yeah, we're halfway
You
there.
gotta find the match.
Living on a prayer.
I guess this would be a maybe it would be more of a flashback of stuff that he's read before.
Yeah, flashback to. Yep, you know what? For 2 stress, I'll let you just flash back and read about a situation that's quite similar.
Sure.
Okay, so you remember reading you're reading a few dusty tomes, and basically you're reading up on vampires because, well, you ran into Lady Clave. You want to be prepared if that happens again. And you've heard of so-called accidental vampire. You read about so-called accidental vampires. Effectively, a spirit possesses another the body of a still living person who hasn't in any way been hollowed, so there's still a competing spirit there. But then something happens to destroy the original spirit, leaving the person possessing that body sort of fully inhabit it and become a vampire proper. And from what this woman says, that she was killed, and then she remembers going down with the ship. It's possible that she was killed. She possessed another member of the crew, and the possessed body was had the original soul burnt away by the waters, but she was somehow protected.
Okay, so I mean, look, this is a really weird situation. Your soul is in someone else's body. Something happened. The body died. You died. You swapped. We don't have time for all this, really. But if you're okay, we're just going to leave you and get on our way, and you can do whatever the fuck you want. All right? Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you were on boat, yes? Did you know where safe is?
Oh, yeah. Wait. There's quite a few safes around here. What do you mean?
We need the navigator's quarters or the captain's quarters or something
Nah, we are looking for charts.
Oh, yeah. My name's Kayla. I mean, I came on as I was a leather worker by trade, but I actually came aboard as the ship's navigator. I can help you with that.
That's actually really good.
How long have I been down here?
I do not know, and I frankly do not care.
Well, that is a complicated question with a very complicated answer. Did you have any brothers and sisters or any of that? Any children?
Next of kin, as it were.
Yeah, I had my family. I had my little brother and my older sister, and obviously my parents, and my auntie got me this job, and
likely all dead of old age.
Let's not get too deep into all this because we're on a tight schedule. So maybe we talk about this afterwards, and we'll clue you in. But yeah, if you can take us to those charts and navigation stuff, that would be great.
Yeah, okay, so Kayla's clearly sort of suffering from an existential crisis right now, but so she's actually kind of pliable and doesn't even question why you'd want that, and just sort of leads you towards the navigator's room.
Go.
She as you basically walk past a highly polished metal plate, she looks again and says, "Wait, he shot me."
Go, just keep going.
Pointing towards her reflection. She was the one who shot me.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, looks like you got her body now. Let's keep going. Keep going. Come on.
Okay, right. Yeah. Okay, charts. Okay, I get you the charts, then I can leave and find out what the hell, whatever's going on.
We'll help you though. That's fine. Let's go.
Okay. She just basically she's been carrying something in her hand the entire time, and she just sort of drops it and just sort of starts carrying on with her determination. Bark.
I pick it up.
It's identical to a box you've seen before,
Mm,
and that's the devil's bargain.
That box full of your mum's pornography.
Stop it.
You can have a point of XP, Nick, if you stop that.
I promise I will stop.
I'm already not liking this devil's bargain. I regret the whole thing. This was not worth a crit.
I don't know. I quite enjoyed this NPC, but yeah, she leads you to the navigator's room, and opens the door. And well, would you like to? Well, she gestures to the door and says, we're here." She fishes around in her pockets, pulls out a key, and unlocks it. Do you want to just walk straight in, or do you want to be a bit more careful?
She's going in first.
For sure.
Okay.
You know where
Okay.
the charts are, right? So you show us the way.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yep. So she opens the door, and she just pushes it open and immediately jumps back, screams, and she sort of falls backwards and braces herself against the wall. There's another hollow there.
It's
Mouth
all right,
wide
look,
open.
You're already dead. Don't worry about it.
Bark will deal with the hollow.
Yeah, you know from experience that vampires are supernaturally tough and nigh impossible to kill, but she probably doesn't realise that yet.
I'll deal with the hollow.
Okay, what'd you like to roll?
Skirmish.
Okay, roll away. Do you want to push yourself to take a devil's bargain?
No, but I will
Okay.
trade.
Okay.
I gotta.
Okay, desperate great. Punch away.
Yeah. Desperate. Great. That's +1. That's
Yeah,
6.
okay. Yep, that's a success with no complications. You just knock its block straight off, and a small bag of silver falls off a pouch on its belt. You've gained 1 coin.
Ooh. Yoink.
Okay. Are you helping Kayla, or are you going to let her pick herself up?
She'll be fine. She'll be fine. Get up, lass. Let's get inside.
I'll help her up.
Okay. Okay, you help her up. She's very cold to the touch. She inhales and exhales despite no longer needing to. And she looks very nervous and unsure of herself. Anyone like to do anything to reassure her?
How long have you been, how far back do you remember, after it all happened?
I remember the ship sinking. I remember the water coming in, and I just felt so cold. I remember, I don't know. I mean, I'd been in her body for a while. We've been fighting, struggling, and yeah. Then after a while, we neither of us could move. We just spent the entire time arguing, and then I don't know. One day she was gone, and then I was waiting, and then all of a sudden there was a shudder, and the water slowly drained away. And I heard a lot of noise, and then you showed up. all of you.
Yeah. I'll continue speaking with the lady while the rest of you look around for the safe.
Look, that's really nice story and whatnot. But yeah, you know where the safe is. You know where charts are in it.
Oh, yep. The charts are. Oh. And she looks at the table, and obviously, it looks exactly what a table covered with paper would look like after like a century underwater.
Are there
That's
any
to say-
charts that are locked away somewhere special?
Yeah. The captain's quarters. Any of the all the important charts will probably be locked in the safe there, but there might be. And she moves over to a. It's sort of halfway between a safe and a filing cabinet, really. And she sort of fishes around and says, I don't think I've got the key for this anymore.
This
She
we
pulls
got
up
a key. Who's got that key?
is it this key?
You hold up the key you're shown, and she says, I don't know. Could be.
I've always got a heavy lockpick in case it's not the right one.
Okay, so you're going to try that key on the lock?
Yeah.
Okay, you try to push the key towards the lock, and it just sort of, as soon as you start putting it in, it just sort of starts bending in your hand.
Oh no.
It's
no.
fake. It's a fake key.
Right, that's weird.
Why would he give us? Frost, do you have this?
We'll find out. I take a whack at the lock on the safe.
Yep. What'd you like to roll?
Wreck.
Wreck. That might not be necessarily the best thing, so I'm gonna say that's limited
You're gonna pick
effect.
the lock, not destroy it.
Spectre holding a set of fine lockpicks, like, no, I'll see how
Okay.
this pans out.
New plan. You go first.
But yeah,
Nah, you should
I mean, I
try.
will allow it. Okay, Spectre's trying first then.
Yeah, I've got fine lockpicks, so I'll bring them out and start using them.
I'm imagining Frost going, I can pick a lock, and pulls out the hammer.
A heavy lock.
I mean,
Never heard
Heavy
of a
lock
heavy
pick.
Yeah,
Heavy
you never heard of a
lockpick.
heavy lockpick before?
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah, you could use a lockpick to disassemble a lock, but
I
And
will
you can use it to
go.
disassemble a lock.
I will go finesse, I think.
yep, that sounds good.
Everyone, I think we may have been duped. This may be a trap.
No, you
We're
may be
here now,
right.
let's make the most of it, like.
Well, let's hopefully the safe isn't trapped.
What's position and effect?
All right, sorry, risky standard.
Okay, I will go down to desperate, which
How are you
actually
making this
means
desperate?
because I'm 90% sure this is trapped, and I'm just doing it anyway.
Okay.
And actually, I'm
2
going
seconds
to
from now,
upgrade the
Python's
effect
probably going
to
off, he doesn't know it.
extreme because fine lockpicks increase effect by 1 tier.
Oh yeah. Roll away.
Oh, here's hoping I succeed. A 5.
Yep, that's a success. With a consequence. So you carefully manipulate the cylinders of the lock, and there's a click. It swings open. Well, you turn the wheel of the safe. It swings open. And okay, complication. Once again, you find yourself splashed on the hand with some very unpleasant ocean water.
Was that a trap of some kind?
Yeah, maybe not a deliberate trap, but certainly a hazard.
Would you say it was a consequence from detection or security measures?
Was it like a tiny cup of seawater balancing on the door of the safe?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
I will expend my special armor to resist a consequence from detection or security measures because I'm just that good as a lurk. That's my shadow feature.
Oh, lovely. Oh, nice. Okay, yep. You jerk your hand back just in time, and the water just splashes on the floor.
like this again.
Yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, all the papers in the safe are ruined because obviously it leaked. But there is a nice bag of silver. There is quite a nice large bag of silver in there. Adds 2 coin.
Ooh.
So, who wants to reach in and grab the silver?
Just look it out with your lockpicks.
I was gonna say, just wrap it in some fabric or something, like a bit of cloth or something. Tear a bit of my clothes off and just wrap it up into a little.
You could do this the safe way instead of the fun way.
And I shall.
Fine. Look, we got to make the most of this. We're in this weird shit situation. Let's just get as much as we can out of this place and get gone. Maybe we can sell those charts or something somewhere else because this guy's clearly screwing us over. But all right, how do we get to the captain's quarters then, lass?
Okay. She's looking very stressed. So would anyone like to do anything to calm her down?
I think Cray is just going to be like trying to sway her into action.
Okay. I'll call that risky standard. Would you like to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
Ooh, 4.
I'll take that as a no, but yep, that's a 4, so that's still a success with a complication. You just sort of reassure her. She sort of calms down a bit, but please start me a 4-part clock. Kayla freaks out. You're with a vampire on the verge of a nervous existential crisis. Existential crisis-induced breakdown. I believe, Bark, you're going to go back for Hicks.
Yeah, I should.
Okay, what would you like to roll for this? Because obviously you need to navigate your way back.
Presumably, if I made my way here, I can make my way back fairly easily.
You did get that crit on the study.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll let you keep riding that crit so you can make your way back. Open the cupboard and pull out Hicks.
While I'm down there, though, I will be peeking my head into the actual cargo hold. Because if this is all a trap, I need to get out of here with something for us.
Okay, what would you like to roll to investigate the cargo hold? Obviously, you don't want to take too long.
Yeah, I'll roll study. But I figured I could be doing this while they get the captain's quarters. And then I'll leave.
Yep, sounds good. This is going to be risky standard.
It's going to be desperate great. It's what it's going to be.
Of course it is. Would you like to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
Nah, I think this will be good.
Roll away then. Yep, that's a success without any complications. You rummage about, you find some there's a lot of broken crates. Obviously, being under the ocean for 100 years has made quite a lot of this only of interest to archaeologists. But you find you find a few trinkets that are worth something. Add 2 gold to your, 2 coin.
Not much at all. Okay, Hicks. Let us move on. Gotta get
Hicks says
you out of
nothing
here.
by dint. Yeah, Hicks says nothing by dint of being unconscious.
Of course, Bark. Let's move. You're so awesome.
I forgive you for knocking me out.
Just moves the chin up and down.
Truly, you're my greatest of friends. Don't tell the quartet.
Right. Yeah. You're probably going to take a bit of time to make your way back. So, everyone else, you headed to the captain's quarters.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do
Right. So, Kyla leads the way. As she walks through the ship, she occasionally catches a glimpse of her. I guess her new face in the various reflections and sort of recoils a bit, shudders.
Every time it happens, Cray just grabs her head and just focuses her forwards, like, blinkers on, go, keep going.
Okay, what do you like to roll for this?
I'll go with command this time.
Okay. Do you want to push yourself and take a devil's bargain? This will be risky standard.
What devil's bargain would you offer me?
Okay, she might latch onto you a bit.
Okay.
Basically,
sure.
she's going to become your problem.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yep, roll away then, please.
Okay. Standard.
Be careful, vampires have advantage to hit on a grapple target.
Oh, I didn't even need the extra one.
Yep, that's a success without any complications. I'll accept that. Yep, you calm her down. The clock's not going to fill up at all.
Imprints on me.
Yep. Hey,
Wait, that's what.
thanks. Why did you make me think of that?
You're gonna be all right, love. Just keep going.
Okay. What did you say your name was? Cray?
Well, yeah. Okay. I didn't. Yeah, I'm Cray. Hi. Keep going. No chit chat.
I mean, after all this, it's nice to see a friendly face. Right. Hey, I don't suppose you got somewhere I can sort of, stay after when we get out of here?
Let's get out of here first, all right? We'll figure that out after.
Right. Yep. So she leads you towards the captain's quarters, and the doors obviously locked. Wow. The door's clearly barred and locked. As she approaches, she stops and just clutches her head a moment. And she just says, I remember now. I snuck aboard as a stowaway. I was hoping...
I thought you said you were a navigation officer or something.
Wait. Was she a navigator or was I? No. She was a stowaway, but... Yeah, we both ended up in the...
Sorry, it's hard to get on that door whilst this lady has a bit of a moment.
Nah, I will work on door.
There was a mutiny. The captain locked themselves in their quarters.
A mutiny on a leviathan ship? Oh, never heard of that before.
Yeah. You hear a thunk and a groan. It's entirely possible the captain's still in there.
Well, keep your wits about you, Spectre, right?
Yep. I'm going
Hey.
to... Hang on, let me just check how much inventory I've got left, actually. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've still got 3 inventory left. I'm going to draw a pistol. Just in case. And I'm going to put my silence potion vial between my teeth. Ready.
Ooh,
As
very
long
good.
as I'm Pokerto and Alacius Bonkai, I'm fully ready for hollows.
Oh my God.
Been waiting for that one.
I'm glad someone finally made that reference. Okay. Is anyone trying the door?
It's just a lump of metal. The Bonkai is the hammer form.
I'll try the door. And if it's locked, I'll try picking it.
It is indeed locked. How would you like? What would you like to roll to pick?
I'll go finesse again with the fine lockpicks.
Yep, sounds good. Do you want to push yourself to take a devil's bargain?
What's the devil's
There's always the
bargain?
heavy one in reserve.
The devil's bargain is, by sheer bad luck, the captain will be right behind the door when you open it.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
I like that one.
Hey,
Position and
roll
effect.
away then, please. Oh, sorry, risky standard.
I will turn that desperate great.
Okay.
And if
Your
it is
funeral.
behind the door, it's gonna the captain's gonna grab me immediately.
Yeah.
If I fail, presumably. Oh, actually, desperate extreme because
Oh yeah, desperate extreme. You're picking this lock so hard.
I'm so good at lockpicking. And 1 bonus
Yeah.
die. Here we go.
You once held the actual lockmaker hostage. Okay. Yep, a 5. That's a success. So you just insert your pick. There's a click, and the lock's open. Like an observer might think this is just a cheap cylinder lock that can just be raked or popped, but yeah, this is a very high-end lock, and you just no-sold it. But yep, the door immediately pops open, and with a moan, a rotting hand grabs your wrist.
Frost!
Yep, I give it to Bob Ross and beat the devil out of it.
Okay, time for a brush with death. What would you like to roll here?
That was good.
I almost want to say just wreck, because I'm just going to separate the hand from the arm.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay, yep, roll wreck. That's going to be risky standards. Would you like to push yourself for taking Devil's Bargain?
Can I assist by like twisting in such a way that it exposes the arm? Like maybe we've practiced this maneuver or something before.
Absolutely.
Oh, excellent. I'll take a point of stress. And there we go.
Okay, so I'll just take the bonus die for that. I won't add anything else on it.
Yep, roll away then, please.
Okay, bonus dice. Spoon. And submit. Spoon's got to be one in some language, right? Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Unlucky.
no.
Yeah. Okay, consequence. I'm sorry, Spectre, but yeah, at the last moment, the captain just lurches, and
Oh no.
Frost's hammer comes down on Spectre's hand. Please mark down level 2 harm, squished hand, Spectre.
I would like
can
to
I-
resist that by wearing body armor.
I too was going to resist that, but if you have a thing for it, then sure.
It's just gear. You can expend armor to resist things. And
I thought you
I
were
happen to have
expended your
enough
armor.
slots left because I came in heavy, so
All right then.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So armor does only reduce. I believe resisting only reduces it by 1 category. Feel free
Yeah.
to correct me if you.
I think it does whatever you want it to do in the narrative. The examples are reduced by 1 category. It can eliminate things if I give a particularly good reason, but I don't think having armor is a particularly good reason.
Yeah.
Especially in your
I'm
hand.
gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like it's a metal gauntlet, so it does resist it, but this is a full heavy blow from a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's only level 1 harm. Let's just say hammered hand.
If only I had stress left, because I do have one other feature that would help, but it costs 2 stress. And I don't have 2 stress left.
I have pretty low stress still. I'm fine with still just resisting this to stop it.
Yeah, I'm not technically sure if the rules allow it, but yeah, I will allow it if you want to resist the level 1 harm now.
Okay, yeah. Should I
We'll
use
call
the-
this. Yeah, we'll call this prowess just to pull your hammer back.
Yeah. Just to kind of adjust the aim during swing. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't think I have any bonuses to this one. So
Perfect. No stress.
free resist.
Excellent.
Yep, that's a 6. So that's 6 minus 6. No stress.
Okay, it's not a crit, so yeah, it's just a yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you just sort of managed to, at the last moment as the captain lurches, you just pull your hammer back at the last minute and it just clanks along the floor. But yeah, there's still a hollow holding on to Spectre's arm. It's just sort of, and it's obviously it jerked away, so you at least stopped it acting, but it's bringing its other hand round, and it's probably not going to do anything pleasant. What do?
I guess I've still got that
like-
pistol, and I've still got the silence potion.
I'd have assumed
Okay.
that would be your immediate reaction. Yeah.
Angle, swallow the potion, fire the pistol, and hope that like knocks back. Like it's not going to kill a hull, but hopefully it staggers them backwards, and I can get free.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not.
To be
a
clear,
hollow,
this
Yeah, hollow.
this is a hollow, not a hull.
Yes, of course. I'm
Yeah.
getting. They're far too close in name.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
But it still might not stop a hollow depending on where I shoot, I guess. But I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Okay, what are you rolling for this?
I think this is probably hunt. Which is... Oh no, that's shooting from a distance. It is probably then finesse to try and like angle it and fire.
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay. Oh wait, no. Close violence is apparently prowl.
I would have thought it would be skirmish.
Oh no, that's ambush. No, yeah, it probably is finesse. Let's go finesse.
Yeah, prowl's more about sneaking around and being subtle, and there's nothing subtle about shooting someone who's got you grabbed.
No. What are position and effect on this one?
I'll call this, well, actually, I'm going to call this desperate because you're already grabbed. So
That
you're
makes
just trying
sense.
to fight it. Yeah, you're just trying to fight this supernatural creature off before it does something very nasty to you.
Yeah. This is just my pistol,
phrasing.
not my fine rifle, so I don't get the benefit. So standard effect or limited?
Yeah, standard effect.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, it's not good.
Ooh, unlucky. Yeah, you empty your pistol point blank into the hollow, but yeah, you blow a hole in its chest, but it's not even staggered.
Now it looks like a proper hollow, at least.
Oh no.
There seems to be a real hole in your plan there.
Yep. It's basically grabs it brings its other arm round, grabs you, and pulls you into the captain's quarters.
Cray will like rush in after, also pushing the lady along. Kayla. Hello?
Yep.
And
Okay,
you-
mark that she's taken a slice of stress on her stress clock because you're just jostling her along without trying to reassure her or anything.
And he'll kind of push her forwards and be like, "All right, love. You're like supernatural and shit now. Why don't you test yourself out on Captain here?
What?
Look, you like super strong. Why don't you go beat his head in?"
What?
Trust me.
Okay, what do you have to roll to convince her?
She's gonna go and beat Spectre's head in. And he would
No,
deserve
the
it.
other one. The one with the hat.
What would you like to roll to convince her?
Okay. I guess this is command again. I have Savage, which when I command a frightened target, take an extra dice. And she's not frightened of me, but she's frightened in general, right?
Kind of drill sergeant her into it, I suppose. That seems to be the angle that you're going at.
Yeah, but I guess thematically, you're sort of trying to, you're trying to get her blood up and get her to fight. So yeah, I'll allow it. You could just about argue it.
I do have less effect from my bottled face. So she's risky standard as normal. Well, it would be risky reduced.
Yeah, this is risky limited because you've taken a bottle to the face. So you look a bit, you're not exactly charismatic right now.
Yeah. So I think I will change to desperate standard.
Okay, yep. Don't forget to mark your XP for that.
Oh yeah, and get the bonus dice for the savage. Are you offering? Oh no, wait. Oh no, I'm not pushing myself. Are you offering a devil's bargain on this?
Devil's bargain. Yeah, devil's bargain. She'll take another 2 slices on her stress clock.
That's too much. No, I can't take that. That's too much.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll push her to 3 out of 4.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going for it. Let's do it. Oh, it's a 4.
Okay, 4. Yeah, that just about does it. Okay. I'll try it. And mark off another slice on her stress clock because that's the consequence. But yep, she rushes in and she just sort of tackles the captain.
Gotta go.
Spectre. Yeah, Spectre. you're sort of shoved backwards. You don't particularly, you're not injured or anything. You just sort of land on the floor, and you're just sort of looking forward still. You can just sort of sit up and get up quite easily. And she just tackles the captain and starts doing the whole sort of Fight Club punching him in the face thing.
Okay.
She's clearly got quite a lot of stress to work out here.
All right, maybe I worked her up a bit too much. All right, let's find that safe.
I want you all, when Bach returns, to not mention any of this. We will just remember the 3 of these that I took out silently and professionally, yes?
Yeah. Okay. Bach, you return just in time to see a very angry looking vampire punching a Hollow in a captain's uniform to death, question mark.
The body of Hicks.
Oh, geez, what did I miss?
Not too much. Nothing really happened.
I mean,
She's just
sure,
working out some issues. She'll be fine.
And this is for throwing me in the brig.
What with your hand, Spectre?
Nothing?
No, I resisted that one. I managed to not do anything to him.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Literally nothing happened to Spectre's hands. You're so good at resisting consequences for Spectre's hand. He's like a inverse Evan Winters.
He does always screw up his hands.
I have built Spectre to be all about resistance, but this one was all frost, actually.
I mean, it was also all frost.
That's true.
Well, no, that's not fair. It was the captain sort of
Yeah.
complicating things, but yeah.
Blame him. All right, safe. Where's he at?
Yeah. There's a sort of you don't really see a safe immediately. Well, it's presumably somewhat hidden at least. But there's a fine desk with charts all over it. All of them are quite water damaged, but not so much as on the lower levels. But you think it might be a bit too much if the charts are out in plain view. What would you like to do?
Hector, you know about this sort of shit. Where's good stuff hidden in these sort of places?
Usually under floorboard or behind painting, that sort of thing.
I'll start checking floorboards and paintings.
Oh, yeah. Is there like a giant painting right behind where the captain sits that like ominously silhouettes him? That would be a good place to hide one.
Absolutely.
Good point, Bark. I will check there.
Yep. You pull the painting, and sure enough, yeah. In fact, this is a very sort of still sort of a very cookie cutter ship. So, this is just a standard place to hide the safe behind a giant portrait. Like the captain probably had this portrait commissioned himself, but yeah, just sort of you pull it backwards, and it just sort of lands next to the bloodied hollow corpse of the captain.
Is there anything still on the portrait? Like, is it still like in decent condition?
What would you like to roll me?
Ooh.
To appraise the portrait.
I think this would again be study.
You reckon somebody's gonna buy a portrait of this guy? Like, his ship sank.
And it's probably also water damage and stuff as well, right?
Well, that's why I'm appraising it.
Yeah, roll me study, please. Then, sorry, that's risky standard. No controlled standard because you're not really doing anything particularly vigorous here. You're just taking a look at a painting to see what you think of it.
Controlled standard. A.
Okay, success with no complications. Yeah, this is a decent oil painting. It's not going to sell for a lot, but hey, it might brighten up a room somewhere if you want to keep it.
Oh, no,
Or,
I could probably like spin a tale about like how great this captain was, how like his treasure was lost in the bay.
Yeah, or if you might be able to track down some some of the captain's heirs, and they might be sort of interested, if only just to see what their ancestor looked like. So, maybe as a downtime activity, you could track down a buyer.
I was just going to suggest hitting the hollow with it so that the hollow's head comes out where the face is.
I mean, the hollow is fine. It's taken care of. The hollow's head is now just paste on the floor.
Yeah, does the hollow even have a head anymore?
Nope. It's, yeah.
Cray will go over and like
Remind
tap the
me.
lady on the shoulder, but she's like, it's okay, it's done now. You're all right.
Okay. Feel a bit better. Thanks, Cray.
You're right. Okay.
I mean it. She puts her bloodied hand on your arm.
Aww.
Oh, Cray, you made a friend.
But yeah,
I've got no dry cleaner, do you?
do they exist in this setting? I don't think they do.
Does it look like I have done laundry at all in the past 3 months? The answer is no.
Oh,
Nor does
Yep.
it smell like it.
Okay, so the safe is before you. How would you like to try and open it?
Frost, would you like to try using the heavy lockpick? It seemed to go badly last time I tried lockpicking things.
these things
Just-
intact, remember?
Just check it for glasses of water.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Did he already try picking this one?
I haven't tried picking it, no. It's just the last 2 doors I've tried to pick have gone horribly wrong.
I don't know if there's anything fragile. If there's anything fragile in it, I might break it trying to break the safe. I can't get a good angle on just the lock of the safe. when
Look,
it's
there's
in the
not
wall.
going to be a hollow behind the door on that safe. All right, you're going to be okay.
Good point. I will try.
All right,
Watch out for the water on the top.
find lockpicks. Finesse. Let's do it.
Okay.
Risky standard?
Yep, sorry, risky standard. Roll away, please. Do you want to
I'm
push
gonna
yourself and take a
make-
devil's bargain?
I'm going to make that desperate great. And I'm going to
Okay.
say, if I fail on the... Look, I'm going to propose this, obviously. I'm not going to just demand it. If I fail, my lockpicks are reduced to normal lockpicks until I can fix them.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Not least because that'll fill in my prowess tracker and I'll gain a point.
Oh, by the way, I've forgotten to update it, but you're another 2 slices down on the
Yeah.
too much heat for your ride out of here.
Okay,
wanna
so
take a
that's
devil's-
6 out of 8, I think.
It's fine. Like, what's the worst that can happen if it fills up?
We don't have a way out, is what
We
happened.
haven't set the ship
We
on
have to find
fire
an
yet.
escape boat
We're
or
okay.
something. We have to hope that there's escape boats that weren't used.
What is the devil's bargain if there is one?
Devil's bargain. Something more for than another slot of Kayla's sort of stress clock,
Oh, that's fine.
which will put her on 3 out of 4.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
Spectre
Roll
does
away
not
then, please.
care.
Roll
Oh,
away,
5.
roll away, roll away.
Okay, that's a 5. So that's a success with a complication. You pop the safe open, and you immediately, well, it's full of papers. Obviously, it was watertight, so everything inside is completely intact. And you just sort of you just rifle through, there's like an old leather-bound journal you throw over your shoulder. There's a folder full of
I catch the
it's
journal.
just noted. Yep. Well, no, you don't, because as the complication, it lands immediately right next to Kayla, who immediately starts thumbing through it, and her eyes widen.
Save it for later, love. Save it for later.
Yep, she's clearly read something she did not want to learn. Yep. So you, after digging through for a bit, you find a very handsome-looking leather sort of. How it's basically sort of like a leather-bound. It's halfway between a tome and like a sort of a folder. So there's a sort of quite a few blank pages. Well, they've been filled in with handwriting, but there's also sort of a compartment where sort of some very finely printed charts have been. This is clearly like a custom sort of container for these charts, and these are definitely what you're after.
Let us get
Gilded
out.
lettering on the front. Yep, gilded lettering on the front reads Wergild family chart. Wergild family, Leviathan hunter, established, and there's just a date and all that. These are they. You've got what you came for.
Excellent.
You've made a friend. You've made a friend unconscious. You've killed a few hollows. And you're on your last slot for your guess away. How are you going to make good your escape?
Right, we can't be far from the top now, right? Let's go.
Okay. Yep. Obviously, the captain's quarters are basically not too far away from deck. Like, it's literally just down the corridor. And all that's blocking your way is a barred door.
We could just get onto the deck and like go to the side of it and like either like maybe it has ladder rungs or we'll just use a rope and we can get down to Corso's boat that way.
One thing you do consider is, the entire ship's at a slope, so the entire deck is going to be quite visible to any guards outside if they're not still distracted. And it's been a few hours now. Yeah, there were guards sort of on the matchel docks to around the boat to stop anyone climbing on that way.
Oh yeah.
And there'll be like, obviously the guards themselves can just walk straight onto the deck via the gangplank.
Okay.
If they spot you.
Oh yeah, something happened to the way we came in, didn't it?
Yep, it closed behind you.
We can just try and bash it open again.
Ain't got
The
much
way you
time
came
left,
in,
like.
You'd have to run all the way back down to the bottom of the ship and bash that open again.
Yeah, this place is going up in flames soon. We gotta get out of here in one way or another.
Nah, I put the shadow cloak over my head. Follow me. I am not leading an action. I'm simply leaving. I do not have the stress to be leading an action right now.
Well,
I follow.
Spectre, what would you like to do to leave?
I would like to prowl. I'm going to go up onto the deck, prowl over to the boat, hop down onto it.
Okay, as I said, the door leading to the deck proper is barred.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's the final obstacle aside from having to get past the guards.
Are there any like portholes?
I think it's time for that heavy lockpick.
Oh, it is.
If we,
Go on, Frost.
I mean, I've gotten to smash a bunch of zombies with the hammer. I'm good. I'm like my bonk lust or whatever has been sated. We could find I'm fine with the idea of like Spectre stealthing his way like off the boat, and the rest of us just kind of fighting our way back through the hollows. We seem to be not having too much trouble with that.
We don't have time.
Yeah, you don't really have time to
really
go back.
Get onto the deck.
Yeah, to double back. You really need to get onto the deck and escape that way, because otherwise your ride's just going to leave without you.
All right. Okay, I guess I'm wrecking us the door then.
Okay, so you're using your lock picks to try and wreck it. So you're basically sort of trying to disassemble it. Is that correct?
Heavy lockpick is the hammer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could I set Frost up using prowl or possibly hunt to basically identify weak points on the doors that are likely to pop? I've broken through a few doors in my time.
Actually, I haven't used barely any of my load. I could just have demolition tools to actually disassemble the door.
Yep, I'll allow that.
If there's any big screws or whatnot on this side. Demolition tools, a sledgehammer.
Oh yeah. Yep, you can absolutely use your demolition tools to sort of disassemble the door. I will say though, to do it quickly enough that your ride doesn't disappear, I will need a roll of some sort. So what would you like to make that?
Still wreck, I think.
Okay, sounds
just
good. Would you like
more
to push?
Controlled wreck?
Okay, would you like to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
Yeah, I think I better push myself, I think.
Yep, this will be risky standard. If you're pushing yourself, that's 2 stress, so mark that down and roll with your extra dice, please.
Okay. I keep forgetting. Gotta click back on. Okay, risky standard it was?
Yep, risky standard.
Risky standard, 1 die. 1 bonus.
Just the 1?
One bonus die,
2.
I mean.
Okay, yeah.
For 3 dice. Oh, come on.
That is very unlucky. Yeah, you start disassembling the door, but just sort of halfway through, like a large bolt just sort of slides just before you can catch it and lands on the ground with a large clunk. and you hear someone call. You hear someone murmur from the other side. What was that? Is there someone on deck? No. You want to patrol?
A good
Okay,
try
so
to.
yeah. So basically, the complication there is you haven't quite got the door open, and there's now some guards actually on the deck patrolling.
I have an idea. I have an idea to distract the guards.
What is it?
Okay, first things first, I need this door open. Once the door is opened, I will go through, I'll distract them, and then y'all get on the ship. I'll find my own way out. Trust me on this.
I have another idea, but yours might be better.
Excellent.
Okay.
My idea was to moan like a zombie. I think
We've got,
you have to
we've got
assume that they
Kayla
know
here.
that there's hollows here.
Yeah.
We can send Kayla
Okay.
out.
No, she is under enough stress.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah, she is wobbling a little.
All right.
No, just don't worry. Just send me out. I got a plan.
Okay, I'm gonna say Frost can finish disassembling this door. So what would you like to roll to pull off your plan, Bark?
Okay, I want to get through the first stages of my plan before I roll a thing.
Okay.
So once the door opens, I'm going to take the unconscious guy whose name I forget.
Hicks.
And I'm going to take Hicks over my shoulder. I go around and go, help! Get help! My friend, he's unconscious. Please get help! And as the guards run towards me, I'm going to throw Hicks at them.
I remember that. I forget which movie it was.
My brother is sick. Wait, help! My brother is dying.
Yeah, no, I'm very much doing the Thor Ragnarok thing. I'm throwing Hicks at them after yelling, "Get help!"
Okay, I was trying to remember whether it was the second or third one.
Okay, what would you like to roll for this?
I suppose in this case, I think it'd be wreck, very simply because I'm just indiscriminately throwing him at things.
Okay. We'll call that risky standard. Would you like to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
What's the bargain?
Hicks will remember that.
I'll take the bargain.
He's asleep.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, basically my idea here is he'll wake up just in time.
I'll take that.
Okay. Roll away with your extra dice, please.
This is also going to be a desperate great.
Of course
Because
it
let me
is.
tell you, this is going to be great. That's
Okay.
2 extra dice.
Let's just outline this. So obviously Frost is going to finish breaking open the door. Bark is going to run out and cause this distraction. Everyone else, you're going to make for the boat, your escape boat, while the guards are distracted. Let's have this
Okay.
roll to see how it goes.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's a 6, so no success with no complication. You all keep rolling so well.
Before we all run
so-
out, Cray is going to take a lantern that he's been carrying for some reason and throw it into the captain's quarters to start the fire.
Okay, lovely. Yep, I'm going to say that works. So, Cray, you throw the lantern in, start the fire. Everyone runs out.
Help, my friend. He's unconscious.
Yep, Bark, you rush forward. The guards tunnel vision onto the moving object and completely miss the other 4 people running out. Wait, is it 4 people? No, it's 3 people because it's the other 2 and
Plus Kayla.
oh yeah, 4 people. So yep, 3
Spectre might be completely invisible.
yeah, 3 scoundrels and 1 very stressed out vampire all run towards a boat and just shimmy down a rope. Meanwhile, Bark, you run forward screaming for help. As the guards approach, you lean back, throw, and prepare to throw Hicks, who immediately sort of groggily comes around and says, Bark. And there's just a pause, and you just sort of make eye contact. Bark smiles and throws them. And they
Into
go
the
barreling
guards.
into the guards. Where are you going from here? You just running or?
Yeah, I think at this point Bark will grab Hicks by like the scruff of his neck and just like run off the gangplank with him.
Oh yeah, yep. You ball over the guards, grab Hicks again. Yeah, you just sort of scoop up Hicks into a fireman's lift and just keep running. Another guard is just sort of sat up, like he's just sort of counting some winnings. He's clearly feasted off the other guards before they started patrolling. He looks up and you just sort of barrel through the table and send those flying and run off into the street. The rest of you, you make it to the boat. The fire, you see sort of smoke emerging from the ship. Presumably you'll get into the sort of lifeboat and start sailing away as your backup ship burns for the insurance money. I will have one last roll of the night, and that is just to sell this insurance fraud, please.
I mean, I suppose it was my idea, so I'll do it.
Okay, what are you rolling for this?
I suppose in this case it'll be sway.
Okay, yep, sway sounds good.
I'll push myself for that, so that's 2 stress, correct?
Yep, that's 2 stress. That'll be risky standard.
You know, one more for the night, because I do love getting experience.
Okay,
Desperate great.
go ahead. And of course, that's an extra dice.
That's 2 extra dice because I'm pushing myself, correct?
Exactly.
A 5.
Okay, yep. The paperwork goes through. As a consequence, though, Elias, before he was, his untimely death was blacklisted by every insurance company for his previous insurance fraud. And they put 2 and 2 together. They've realised that you are actually affiliated with Alias. So good luck getting insurance again.
How can you affiliate me with a dead man? He's dead.
You literally... look, madam...
No more boots for you.
And they just lift up the Elias's previous contract for his insurance, lift up your contract, same letterhead.
It's got a stamp of the cult on it.
Alias would absolutely have made letterhead for the guild.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have used his old blank papers.
In your defense, they were the nicest paper you had access to. They smell a little of perfume.
They do.
I think there's still one thing left we have to do.
Eau de Cologne.
Yep.
We have to go get our money.
Yep. You reconvene a short time later.
Okay. Spectre, do me a favor.
Nah.
Let me handle this.
Only if
Hey.
you do it well.
Oh, trust me. And I
Awesome.
knock on the door.
Yep. There's a pause. And, yep, Lord Hunter Shaw is at the door. Looking shocked to looking shocked to see you. By this point, Hicks is sort of stood next to you, and he's feeling a bit stunned, but he's very miffed. But
I would have dropped Hicks. I would have just left Hicks somewhere once I lost the guards.
okay, that's fair. Yeah. Yep. So he's he's looking at you, a little shocked. Now's your moment.
No. First things first. We got you your shipping charts. A few complications along the way, but we're here to collect our money.
But
You gave us your word, did you not?
well, a forgery.
Oh, I can assure you,
These are
these are
real.
the real things.
These are the actual. The actual guild charts.
Come on, you know the deal. Pay up.
The charts of a third-rate leviathan hunter that are worthless, and I owe you 9 coin for them.
Yeah. Now where be that coin?
I gave my word, didn't I?
You did.
And hazard pay for all those hollows.
Yes.
Okay, Frost, what'd you like to roll to up the ante here?
Oh, why did I have to say that? Command?
Go for it. Risky standard.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll say this is desperate standard because that was a bit cheeky. Don't forget to mark your XP.
Okay.
Cray will offer to assist on this one.
Yep, add an extra dice. Cray, take a point of stress.
Awesome. Okay, and we got the fountain.
Fine. And he storms in and gives you the entire pops the gold ingot he took out of the bag earlier back in, and just hands you 10 coin.
I grab the bag and I say, "And a good day to you."
Yep. Are you doing anything else now, or are you just?
I'm waiting for him to turn his back to me.
Oh shit!
You haven't heard the last of this. Now get off my property. I'm going back to my actual manor.
And as he
turns, he starts slamming the door.
As he turns around, Bark's foot stops the door from closing, and he hears the click of a gun priming.
Oh.
Come now, darling. You should have realized this would have happened when you betrayed us. And I fire.
Yes.
I'm not going to make you roll for that because, yes.
I had to call him darling at least once, so he knew that I knew.
Yes.
Yep. So you put a bullet in the back of the Leviathan hunter's head. He dies, his revenge foiled and emotionally devastated by your passing words.
Fuck! Run!
Yep, run.
Oh fuck yeah! I take the gold. I take the gold. I take the charts. I leave.
Yep, good. You've taken all the evidence, and I think that's where we'll call it.
It's okay. We can leave via taxi. Oh.